my portfolio. And in the pre-market, okay, the pre-market is going to end here in just 11 minutes. I'm up $107 at 1.83 of my portfolio. NEO is still knocking it out the box. NEO is at $15.27. Is that 15 or 16? Let me just check. My computer's not showing that accurately. $15. Okay, I was correct. But let's look into SunRun. We're moving into more stocks that way you guys can diversify your portfolio in different sectors. But again, we're talking about the way of the future. Sometimes you may not see great returns right now, because when you invest in the future, you have to understand that America is ran by a lot of old white men. And the way they look at technology, some of them respect it, but some of them don't understand it or respect it, okay? They understand the technology in cars, but they might I'm not going to go out and get a Tesla unless it becomes very luxurious, what it really is. So you have to understand kind of the mindset in the way that a lot of things in America actually ran. Just like the Federal Reserve and the value and currency of money, essentially 12 old white men go inside of a room and they decide the value of money. But we understand that the dollar is no longer backed by gold, which is, a commodity. It's something tangible. It's something that you can hold. So it's not backed by that. It's backed by debt. Okay, it's backed by a promise from you and I that we're going to pay back the money that we loan from either a bank or peer-to-peer loan or different investment groups. Okay, you have to understand how loans and all these things are constructed, whereas though a bank essentially gets their money from anywhere from 1 to 100 something people investing money inside of the bank, knowing that they're going to invest, knowing they're going to give out loans, knowing they're going to give out checking and savings accounts. And that's why they don't give you large returns. Okay, that's why they don't give you large returns, because they have to pay their investors. They have to pay their investors. So we have to understand how dollars work. That's why it's great to diversify your portfolio, whether it be in stocks and bonds and ETFs and index funds. And of course, what we're going to go over a little bit later is Bitcoin. Okay, is Bitcoin, very briefly, with Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, right now, SunRun is $29.20, and it's up 1% in the pre-market. Okay, it's up 1%. So far, I only had 3 shares. Oh, wow. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My screen went blank for a second here. All right. So we're going to try this one more time again. I try to switch over. Okay, here we go. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's up 1%, and we're going to read a little bit about it, and we're going to go over a couple of things. So SunRun engages in the design, development, installation, sale, ownership, and maintenance of residential solar energy systems. It sells solar service offerings and installs solar energy systems for homeowners through its direct-to-consumer channels. Okay. What else does it have? It also says it offers plans such as monthly lease. So just like anything else, you're paying a monthly bill, a full amount lease, purchase system, and monthly loan. So with this particular company, they're keeping all of their money inside of the company, meaning you don't have to go out to your bank. You don't have to go through some third-party lender in order to buy solar panels for your home or make your home energy efficient with their services. You can essentially go to them, they check your credit, they come out, bill, and you pay them directly. That's not actually bad. I like companies who offer a great deal, and then also you pay with that particular company instead of your bank paying them and you paying your bank, and you just have money all over the place. I kind of like the direct source. Okay, anyway. It also says the company was founded by Edward H. Finster and Robert N. Creamer and Lynn M. Jurich in January 2007, and is headquartered in San Francisco, California. Okay, the average volume is 5 million. Excuse me. Yeah, the average round was about 5 million. And the opening price was $27.36. The 52-week low was $7.84. Think about that. I like reading these things sometimes because if you would have invested in this a year ago, you would have more than tripled your money. That is the power of investing. Okay, then the 52-week high is $28.91, and then high today is $28.91. But as you can tell, we are at $29.20. That's in a pre-market. That means when the market opens, things may happen. They have 4,800 employees. Okay, and the CEO is Lynn Mitchell-George. Okay, right here, I like to go over the news if they have it down here listed. They're talking about some of the pitfalls that solar revolutionary industrial companies may go through. Rooftop revolution, coronavirus chill upend solar power industry. That happened on July 9th. July 7th, Market Watch came out with SunRun stock jumps more than 25% after deal news. Okay, so they went into a deal. And then Bloomberg, July 7th as well. Solar giant SunRun surges on deal to become a juggernaut. So again, we are investing in the future. And here are the analyst ratings. Out of the 10 analysts, you have 8 of them saying 80% saying to buy. 8 of them are saying buy. 2 of them are saying hold, but none of them are saying sell. These are great indicators of long-term growth, especially when this company, when they're doing great new deals. And then analysts are also backing the information, backing the information that they read from the news, because the news follows big companies when they're making large movements in the business. And then there's a prediction with all those sorts of indicators that we always go over. And then the analysts break those things down and say, you know what, 80% of people in the market should buy, while the other 20%, if they have the stock already, should hold. But none of you should sell it because it's going to continue to grow. Here we got the earnings, and let's see the estimated per share. Looks like the fourth quarter back in 2019, it took a slight dive from quarter 3 of 2019, and then at quarter 1 2020 we're down. But we have to understand that the coronavirus happened in the first quarter, and we're still dealing with the coronavirus. Unfortunately, cases are rising all over the place. But anyway, money is still being moved, and I believe that SunRun is probably, in my opinion, is a good stock to invest in. It's a good stock to invest in because, again, you are investing in the future. Now, solar panels have been around for quite some time. And some people say they're not cost effective for the amount that you actually pay for solar panels. You're not getting the money in return. It's kind of like anything else, right? So slowly but surely, I'm making my entire home a smart home. Now, when I first got my first electric bill, I believe it was under $90. Now, I'm trying to figure this out. So I closed on the 12th. So that's already 12 days in of my home. I'm just trying to give you some perspective. I know you got to, some things, contextualize some things. That way you guys kind of get a grasp on what the savings could and could not be. So 12 days in, so I'm already down essentially 10 days. Okay, so maybe, 18 days left, 2 weeks and a half. Okay, cool. This is a 3,500 square foot home. So that's a lot of home. Okay, that's a lot of home. And I have 7 TVs. Okay, so there's a lot of TVs everywhere, but they're not always on. And that's why I made it a smart home, because a smart home cuts off the electricity right at the break. Like there's nothing being drawn, okay, except for all my smart devices that control those things. And some of those things I have on timers, because you kind of want to automate your house. That way kids, your wife, your girlfriend, or your husband, or your boyfriend, they're not good with energy. Things cut off and cut on at a certain time. Like turn that off, cut that off. So you're making your house more energy efficient, okay? You're making your house more energy efficient. So my first bill was $83. But again, I didn't really break down the math behind it if I add those extra 12 days. But I'm essentially thinking my electric bill shouldn't be over $125, $20-something. Now, granted, I have a gas stove, so you can't input that. But when it comes to all the lighting sources, the things that we have plugged in, there's a lot of technology, but essentially the technology is working for my good and not for my bad. That brings me into solar panels. You have to look at the long-term savings of solar panels, solar energy systems that essentially, yeah, you may pay $10,000 to have a quarter or 50% of your roof actually solar panel down. But at the same time, those things will start to put power, back into the grid. Anytime you put money back into the grid, because if you have solar panels and you have some sort of things that are actually storing the power, once those things store enough power throughout that month, it starts to give energy back to the grid. Okay, the grid is not working as hard to generate energy for other customers. So those energy companies, I know the big one out here that controls a lot of grids is called Encore. They actually give you a refund. Okay, so instead of having an electric bill, you start getting a check for $10, $20, $30. I'm actually thinking about doing it one day. I just don't know, because I don't like the big, the old school solar panels. I kind of like the ones that Tesla make. It looks like your regular roof, but they, replace your entire roof, and it's quite pricey. And you will have to stay in that home anywhere from 10 to 20 years to really start getting that money back. But nonetheless, day one, you're going to be storing energy. By the end of the month, you're going to be giving energy back to the grid. Why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you the future of homes. In SunRun, I'm going to go back here for you guys that's tuning in. SunRun, it says here, engages in the design. Okay, they design their own stuff. I like this. This is all intuitive. This is all with one company. They design, develop, install, sell, and they have ownership and maintenance of residential solar energy systems. And then this is another part I like. So they make it, they build it, they come out, they fix it, they do everything. Then they say, we're going to go one step bigger. Then it says in the midway part of this paragraph, it says that it also offers plans such as monthly lease, full amount lease, purchase systems, and monthly loan. So they're like, you can lease it, and you can lease it for however long you have the house. And then after that, we'll just come take it off your house. You pay payment, but your energy bill is going to be low. And then you're like, how's that cost effective monthly bill? And then I'm renting that, because the lease is just a rent, just like a car. Like, you can lease this car. Man, you ride around a rental car. That's all that is, with the option to buy if so need be. But anyway, again, you have to do your cost-based analysis to see the amount of energy you're going to store up, gives back to the grid, and then you get a check. And then essentially you don't even pay SunRun any money. It pays for itself, and you don't pay your electricity bill. Okay. All right. I'm going to read some of your notes and I'm going to move on. Who do we have in the room today? We have Charles Green. Thank you, Charles Green. Okay, we're good now. Thank you. We have Clan Killer 187, SunRun on the rise. Indeed, Sunrise. We have Star Battle. He says micro float plus bottom bounce chart, stay at home, e-learning technology, COVID-19 play. Okay, in English, please. Nolan Baptiste, good morning. Okay, good morning to you, good sir. We also have, he says, put the Vbi vaccine stock on your watch list, Ross. I will do. We'll actually look into that really quickly. I heard a couple of things about that. Good morning, Ashley Hawkins. You plan to do it? Okay. My cousin did it over 10 years ago. If you would, Ashley, let us know. Give us a good tell story of the savings or the amount of money that they're receiving, or any good thing about solar panels and solar energy systems that you know of, so it can educate the group, because quite frankly, it's a new space as far as buying, but I invest in the future. Okay. I love investing in the future. So if you would put that in the chat for us to read, and I'll read those comments later. So let's quickly, before we move over to my Coinbase account and get into Bitcoin, let's look at VBI. Vbi Vaccines. Again, I want to point out for these pharmaceutical companies, these biotech companies, these medical companies, be very, very careful in your investments. They are very, very volatile. They're very, very volatile. Okay, let's read about it. It says here, Vbi Vaccines is a new common stock in Canada, also called Vbi Vaccine. It is a biopharmaceutical company which engages in the development of vaccines for the infectious disease and immuno-oncology. The firm focuses on the prevention and treatment of hepatitis B through its product pipeline, the Vbi Vac and the Vbi 2601. It also develops envelope virus like particle EVLP, and I can't even read today, EVLP platform technology, which allows the development of EVLP vaccines that closely mimic the target virus to elicit a potent immune response. The company was founded on July 9th, 2015. Its headquarters in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Now, granted, this is a fairly new company. The price point is low. Again, when it comes to any sort of investment, you have to do your research. I don't know too much about this particular one. I heard some things about it. But again, these biopharmaceutical companies, biotech, any pharmaceutical companies, they're very, very volatile. Picture it like this. A company comes out with medicine. Let's do a common medicine that you guys all know. Let's say Theraflu. Let's say, for instance, this company came out with Theraflu, right? But before they came out with Theraflu, they understand that some people, depending on their genetic makeup, their DNA, RNA code, they're going to have some sort of side effects, okay? They're going to have runny nose, diarrhea, bleed from your ears, all this other crazy stuff that on these info commercials, they just run through, right? May cause seizure, death, like they just run through it, right? So what happens is when they release it and it starts to help a certain number of people, then their stock value goes up, right? So right now I'm looking at it. Let's look at it together so you guys can see exactly what I'm looking at. Right now, their stock price is at $3.90. So it will just explode. Biopharmaceutical companies are known to explode in a matter of minutes, in a matter of days when good things occur, right? So it could be $3.90 today, and then at the end of the day, it can be $20. That is the volatility of biopharmaceutical stocks in that space, okay? So because of all the great things that medicine or that vaccine or that cure is actually doing, it boosts the price. But then you have those few, you have that many sometimes that say, oh, this gave me this and this made me catch a Caesar. And then when that bad news hit the fan, investors start to pull their money out, and then this stock price will be under $1 until they do something else that's good. And then some pharmaceutical companies don't even rebound. So again, this may be a good investment at a low price point, but continue to watch biopharmaceutical companies for those rises and falls, because again, in my opinion, unless it is a company, something like Novavax, that has been around for a very long time, you have to be very, very, very careful. Okay. All right, so let's go over, I'm gonna read your notes, and then we're gonna go over to Coinbase, and we're gonna get into my portfolio. And I don't have too much money in Coinbase, so don't look at my portfolio kind of funny. But we're gonna get in what my thoughts is about the future of Bitcoin. All right, here we go. So Ashley says, my cousin did it over 10 years ago. I was too, said, always give us the good info. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. Told her bill is $15 per month. Okay. Yeah. I mean, really, $15 a month. I mean, you know what I could do with the extra money I save for $15 a month? My only question is this, Ashley, and you say your cousin, I believe. I think the good information that the good people need to know is they're probably already paid off their solar panels, right? And I guess I would want to know how much they paid for their solar panels, right? How much or how long did it take for them to start to receive a check if they did, or to the point where their bills are $15 a month? Because essentially, and then what is the longevity? I know I'm asking a lot of questions, right? I should be doing the research. I know, but you're on here. But anyway, how long do solar panels last? See, all those things you have to factor into tangible money, tangible dollars, right? How much did I pay for the solar panels? How much is it a month? How long do they last? How much do they decrease my electric bill? And if so, how much do I give back to the grid? How much does the electric company give me back a month? And I don't pay any electric bill. because all of those are questions that you need to know before you invest and take out a loan of your hard work and earn money and put in solar panels that's not going to bring you any value. Those are the things and questions you need to ask that we need answers of, all of us. I might do some research myself, but Ashley, if you will, not to be too harsh, get that information for us. That way we can be more informed. And this group is a family. I know I say this a lot. We're a family. So we're teaching each other stuff. That's why Clan Killer always give me those good stocks for me to do research on so I can give you information. Just like he did Sunrise. He gave me Sunrise. I was going to do another stock today, but I looked at Sunrise. Really good platform. Really good people working for that company. And that is the way of the future. All right. Anyway, I've been chatting a lot. Let's move over to Coinbase. I'm going to share my screen here, ladies and gentlemen. And so here is my portfolio on Coinbase. And right now I only have over $600 inside of it. Now, up until last night, I was up last night, I think up until 11:30. Okay, I should have went to bed a little earlier. I had boot camp this morning and I'm exhausted. Whew, she worked me out pretty hard. She did. But anyway, I had a lot of my money in Stellar Lumens. If you saw one of my other Bitcoin or my digital currency videos, I believe that Stellar Lumens is going to do fairly well. But we have to understand that a lot of these digital currencies or these digital tokens may only end up being digital gift cards, essentially, right? We have to understand their platform. We have to understand their technology. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. This is not a new space. Bitcoin has been around for about 11 years, okay? This whole cryptocurrency, digital currency, blockchain technology, Bitcoin has been around 11 years. So it's all new to us. It's all new to us. But let me tell you this. For some of you, money is new to you. Money, period. I want you to think about that. Money is new to you. And I'm going to tell you why. Tell me what you know about money. And tell me, when did you learn about money? Was it 10 years ago? Was it 5 years ago? Because some of you like, how am I learning about Bitcoin? I don't even know how to invest. I don't even know how to get out of debt. I don't even know money saving tips. I'm not going to even deal with Bitcoin. I don't know the basics of financial information, financial literacy. And then we don't know these things. So essentially, we wasn't worried about these things because I told you in a household where I grew up at, I knew one thing. You work, you get money, you spend it. That's it. That one thing. Work, money, spend. Work, money, spend. Then somebody said, you know what? You can have your money work for you and make you more money. Huh? What? Are you serious? You mean to tell me I can work at the Burger King, which I never did. I worked at a place called Morrison's. It was like Boston Market. So I'll just use that. I can work at Morrison's making, man, at the time, I think it was like $9 an hour. So instead of blowing all my money on peanut chews, lemon heads, Boston baked beans, and my Jolly Ranchers, right? And the little freeze cups with the styrofoam. Instead of spending all my money on that, you mean to tell me I can have that money make more money? How? What you talking about, Willis? Where they do that at? Like, I mean, think about investments really quickly, right? Think about that. Think about peer-to-peer lending. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm a home and I'm gonna bring it in. Peer-to-peer lending is a platform where anybody can loan anybody money and get a return from it. Now, granted, the more riskier the higher return interest rate, the more riskier the loan. And what that simply means is if you go on a place like Prosper or Lending Tree and you say, okay, I'm gonna put some money out here for someone to essentially lend it, and I'm gonna be the loan officer. But if I want 20% return on my investment, then the person on the other side of that loan may have a horrible credit rate. But now, as the interest rate started to get lower, this is how conventional banks do it, right? That's why, like on me in my house, I got like 3.2 interest rate because I had a decent credit score. But if I didn't have a decent credit score, but they were still willing to give me the loan, then that interest rate would have been like at 7, 8, 10, 12%. So the more riskier the loan, the higher the interest rate. That way you're taking a chance, so you're profiting more. The same way with those two entities like Prosper and LendingTree. So you can be a lender of money. You see what I'm trying to say? So when it comes to Stellar Lumens, what I like about it is, let's get down to the details. Okay. It says right here, Stellar's cryptocurrency, the Stellar Lumen, powers the Stellar payment network. Stellar aims to connect banks, payment system, and individuals quickly and reliably. That's why I like this one. I had a lot of money in this, but last night I said, you know what? We have to think about currency. We have to think about money. And I was reading all this information last night, and sometimes I get lost in reading, and I'm up late, and I'm just like, you keep doing it to your damn self. Then I get up, and I'm exhausted. I'm like, you got to go to boot camp. Okay, my problem's not yours. Anyway, let's go back. So I invested all my little $635 inside of Bitcoin because there's a lot of intelligent people out there that are saying that Bitcoin in the next year is going to go up to 100K. 100K. Now, take for instance, you guys are using my $5 a day, $150 a month method of investments. Okay. You are allocating, you are allotting $150 a month, essentially $5 a day, diversifying your portfolio. I'm going to tell you to do this. This so you can diversify your portfolio just a little bit more. What I want you to do, I want you to think of a number that either out of that $150 or you essentially say, you know what, I can do $200 a month and put $50 a month in Bitcoin. Why? Bitcoin is the way of the future. I've been saying it every time I've done a Bitcoin or a digital currency video. Bitcoin, digital currencies, blockchain technology are the way of the future. When the big organizations, the big corporations like Microsoft and IBM start to use blockchain technologies, which is an entity of Bitcoin that they actually need to encrypt the software, it's part of that, that encryption. You are investing in the way of the future. See, Bitcoin and digital currencies and this whole network is a decentralized network. That means that instead of like our Federal Reserve, how the currency and the value of money fluctuate, if you get into Forex trading like my son, he can tell a little bit more about it, which hopefully I can get him on here. And we're going to do a video together. But nonetheless, we can talk about how 12 men essentially from the Federal Reserve go inside of a room and talk about the value of the dollar and how it fluctuates, rise and falls, and how they make money in Forex trading of different currencies rising and falling of inflation. And that you essentially of a country of 330 million don't have nothing to do with how 12 men are deciding what's going on for the entire country. Whereas though in our government, the reason why we have congressmen, the reason why we have senators, when bills are introduced to be passed, it has to go through a vetting process of the House and the Senate. And then the president say, you know what? Okay, you guys said it was good. I was saying it good. Or sometimes presidents just get a wild hair and they veto the bill. And then they have to go vote on it again. But that is a better process than 12 people actually deciding the financial future of 330 million people. See, on Bitcoin, the software that is already established, the software that's already been created, that is actually working this whole network, in order for the software to change, to increase the way Bitcoin and other digital currencies rise and fall, 50% of the people of the network have to agree. And we know 50% of anything is not going to agree that the software should change. That's why I don't think that, Bitcoin will continue to rise and fall. But essentially, a lot of experts are saying, as we are moving in a more technological phase where electrical vehicles are being more popular, solar power things are being more popular, we have to understand again, ladies and gentlemen, why are you investing? Are you investing for today? Become a day trader. Are you investing for tomorrow? Become a short-term trader. Are you investing for your future and your families? Then I would tell you, D, do all of the above. Do all of the above. Do all of the above. Learn a little bit about everything, but Bitcoin, essentially, okay, Bitcoin is a digital currency. I know I keep just saying Bitcoin, but we're talking about cryptocurrencies essentially. But I believe Bitcoin will be worth more than 9,300. Okay, let's just kind of look at the history of Bitcoin. Before we get into that, I'm gonna read your notes. Here we go. See, Clan Killer says, I'm still unsure if I should invest in crypto. Well, Killer, I would definitely say you should invest in Bitcoin. For you guys who are unsure about investing in cryptocurrencies, how about this? I know you guys blow $10. When it's all said and done, you blow $10 a week. So $50. You blow $50 in a week. So what if you did $25 a month? $25 a month. You just keep investing your money in Bitcoin, $25 a month, right? You're not even worried about $25. You're not even worried about $25. I know you're not. I know you're not. Okay. Let's see, Nug. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what people you're writing on here. Hello, Joe said Boston baked beans. Indeed. Let's see here. Clank says, can you show us how to lend a crypto on Coinbar? I can do that. And then we got some people from, I think that is Twitch. Anyway. All right. So let's go with the history here. This is over the last 24 hours. So look how volatile Bitcoin still is. But Bitcoin is still around. Bitcoin has been around 11 years because guess what? We're moving in a technological phase. There's this company that I think the minimum investment is $1,000. It's on Start Engine. Mr. Wonderful is promoting it. It's some sort of robot security company. And we are slowly but surely getting into the Demolition Man, or we're getting into those very futuristic movies that we used to see where robots are doing jobs that people should be doing. We got our cars driving for us. We got our cars parking for us. I hope I get a car that parks for me. But we have technology, and some people are not embracing it. I'm going to tell you right now, either embrace it or get the hell out the way. That's what's going to happen. Technology will happen because we have to understand, we have these people called the millennials. Then we have these people behind them called Generation Y and Generation Z. The only thing they know is technology. The only thing they know is technology. Okay. They get on these platforms and whether it be YouTube or Twitch or video games or all like me into Wi-Fi systems, right? Making my house a smart home. And when you do certain things like that, you learn a lot, right? I wish I can find me a robot to take out the trash because waiting for a 9-year-old all day ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Can you take out the trash today? Golly, it's your chore. Personal problems anyway. So anyway, let's look at the history really quickly. So this is over the last 24 hours, okay? This was at 9,213 cents. 9,213 cents. 9,213, right? So it's already at 9,320. It rose 100. I mean, you essentially made $100 if you invested this amount of money into Bitcoin, okay? If you would have bought this at 9,200 and now it's at 9,320, you essentially made $100 off of that, a little bit over $100. All right, so this is in the past 24 hours, and it went down to 9,159. You're like, you see the volatility, but again, you are investing in the future. Okay, let's move right along. So I'm gonna go to a year. right about here. It was, let's see, August 5th, it was at 12,000. 12,000. But here's the big kicker that people are waiting for. I'm going to show you that if you would essentially invest in Bitcoin back in 2011, and then you would have sold it, I believe it was in 2017 or 2018, where the stock price hit, the Bitcoin price hit 19,000, you would have made 3.3 million. The reason why I'm over here shaking my head like this is because I knew about Bitcoin before it came out, and I was like, no way that's going to work. Digital money, right? My mind, sometimes things come out and your mind is not ready for it because maybe your mind is like trying to have a grasp on reality. You're like, digital currency? Hold up. Wait a minute. Digital money, I don't touch it. I don't feel it. Wait a minute. What? It's not tangible. It's not paper. It's not gold. It's not silver. Digital? What? I'm going to transfer it electronically? And I thought about it. What happens when you transfer money from one person to another person, or when a bank gives you money in your account? It's digital. It's digital. How about this? When I bought my home and I got my loan, they didn't give me the money. They didn't give me the hundred thousands of dollars. They didn't give me the money. They just put it in my bank account where the loan was, and then I paid for the house. So I only see how much I owe, but I never received the money in my hand. Digital. Now, granted, it's backed by their debt that I owe them. See, not gold. It's backed by the debt that I owe them, but it's all digital. So think about what I just said. We are already living in a digital currency era. We're already doing it. But now, instead of it being backed by debt, this is being backed by technology. Okay, moving right along. Hope that didn't go over anybody's head. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back. Bitcoin. What a wonderful thing. August 15th. I think it goes back just a little bit more. Hold up. Okay, there we go. August 7th, $106 for one Bitcoin. I'm sorry. Yeah. August 7th, 2011. We go back. Right. Then, let's just say, like I said, you invested $100. And then 2017, where we go? 2017 with 2018. And then you sold it right there. December 16th, 2017. You invested $106 in Bitcoin. And it rose $19,000. So when Bitcoin first came out, if you would invest $100, it would have been worth $3.3 million. Let's see. Let's look into it. I'm going to read your notes and I'm going to get out of here. Let's just type a simple question in Google. What if I invested $100 in Bitcoin in 2011? Let's see where they come out. A $100 investment 7 years ago would have been worth, you might sit down for this, $28,341 today since December 12, 2011. At $3, I see Bitcoin had already escalated a good bit percentage-wise. $100 will buy you a little more than 31 Bitcoins then, which would have been worth over $500,000 now. Because, it fluctuated. We're not talking about 2018, but you would have been $500,000. Okay. All right, let's look at this. Man. Let's see. Which one let's look at this one. Look at this right here. February 2011, April 2011, Bitcoin $1. And then, as you can see, that Bitcoin slowly rise back here in 2012 at $13. So again, the reason why I'm harping on this so hard today, ladies and gentlemen, is that Bitcoin is the way of the future. And again, to be a smart investor, you can say to yourself, this is hogwash. But I say, if you're losing money every day because we're not making the right investments every day, right? There's always money out there to be invested. Whether the market is up or whether the market is down. So when it comes to this, I encourage you to at least do $25 a month. Can Killer, I know you do a lot of research on your conventional stocks, but you have to diversify your portfolios. You have to become more intelligent in digital currencies, blockchain technologies. Invest your money in digital currencies. It don't have to be all in Bitcoin. I'm just going off with a lot of analysts are saying, people who are 10 times smarter than me when it comes to investing in digital currencies and Bitcoin. I'm gonna start my investments right here. Let's see, one-time purchase. Let's see, every 1st and 15th. Let's do $25. From my USAA account, preview buy. Oh, you guys are not seeing this, are you? You might think I'm just bull jiving. All right. So that's what we're looking at right here. We'll do buy now. Says right here, it says $25 twice a month on the 1st and 15th. And it says how much the Bitcoin price is, and said the purchase because Coinbase takes $1.50 every single time. And I'm just wondering, should I buy with Coinbase? Nah, I don't want to spend that extra $1.50. Even though I got money in here. I'm gonna go over to good old Robinhood. Let me see. I haven't invested in Robinhood, man. Jeez. Oh, look at this, guys. I'm already up $177 on my portfolio. Let's see who's doing well. Wow, look at SunRun. We talked about SunRun. It's already up $30. Hey, get a load of that. It's up 6%. Now, this is where I probably want to put my money. Okay, if I put $100 in here right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm only going to buy 3 shares. Let's look at this. 100 shares? No, I don't want that. That's crazy. Let's see here. Deposit $322. What am I tripping off of? Oh, 3 shares. My bad. I'm not trying to, I was like, hold up. I don't got money like that. Woo! Let's just do 100. Yeah, there we go. Let's see now. Convert to limit order, review, buy, and bam. All right. I just bought 3 more shares of SunRun. So let's move over to some cryptocurrencies. And we're going to walk through this. Like I said, I haven't really done cryptocurrencies on here. So we'll figure this out together. If not, I'll go back on to Coinbase because I'm used to that platform. Let's look at here. I'm looking for cryptocurrencies, free stock, accounting, banking, documents. Okay, I'm unfamiliar. Portfolio. Where's the cryptocurrency market at? Used to have some up there I was watching. Let's see something. So here. All right, there we go. There we go. So what I want to do here, ladies and gentlemen, so I can actually just use this because when you invest in cryptocurrencies, period, there's not an amount of shares. It's about how much money you have in that particular cryptocurrency. So essentially, I can invest that $4.92, right? So I can go 4.92, which is my buying power, review order, make limit, and it should go right through. There we go. All right. So here's some other limit orders, market order you can go through. I just did a limited order, which actually went through, so I have a little bit of money in Bitcoin. But right now, let's say, for instance, it's July 23rd, and let's just say this is the 15th, so I'm going to do my $25 I was talking about. And as you can tell, estimated Bitcoin is 0, whatever, because Bitcoin is going up and down right now as we speak. Remember, this morning was at 9,200, now it's at 9,300, but I'm going to do my $25. There we go. Review order and deposit. Oh, no, I don't want to do it twice now. I don't want to do it twice. I think I just did it. Let's see. Let's do a quick refresh. I only see, oh, buying power, 25. Okay. So my buy power is 25. Review order, make limit. Okay, submit buy. There we go. And that should update any second right here. My equity, let's see. Let's do a quick refresh, see if it updates it, see if I make any money. I may make some money right now. All right, as you can tell, got $29.92. So the next time I'm going to invest $25 is on the 1st. Now, I believe, I don't know with Robinhood, I know with Coinbase, you can actually have it set, like, take for instance, I put $25 here, right? And I already have it right here. 1st and the 15th, you can do one-time purchase every day, every week, 1st and 15th every month, right? Where you have it on a set schedule. I know Stash, you can do that as well. Again, I got away from Robinhood. I believe there's a way, but don't quote me on that. Let's see here. Let's go into the account. See, account. Settings. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. But anyway, there you have it today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read your notes. And of course, look at that. As soon as I come back on here, my portfolio is down. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See that? I'm already down $12 and I was just up $200. That's the power of investing. See right here, I was up, let's see, $130 at 8:40. It's 9:06 Central Standard Time. And now I am down. What's actually hurting? Let's see. SunRun is still doing good at $30 a share. Oh, Solo. That now, granted, we talked about this last week. I'm about to get out of here, guys. Sorry to keep you long. We talked about this last week, and I feel like every time when I invest in something, initially it goes down. It's like, you know what? Financial literacy. He's investing. Let's just bring it down to play with his emotions. Right now, I'm down $35, but I'm not going to think about it because again, I'm investing in the future. Okay. All right. We'll read your notes and I'm gonna get out of here. What do we have here? Painkiller says Neo hit $16. I think it went up, then it came back down a little bit. It's cooling off, but it should go back up again. Wish I could lend my ex-wife for some lit coins. Okay. Then Cashmere Dawn said Neo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for today. Hopefully we all learned something. I thank you for your information and your input, both Clan Killer and Ashley Hawkins. Hopefully you guys got some great insight about why I invest, how I break down a stock, why particular stocks, and that we are investing in our future and not our present. Even though you can make money today, but it's better when you can make money consistently tomorrow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great day. Stay safe and wear your mask. I'm out.